People living on the coast should probably get ready, because a future with more extreme floods could be on its way. In fact, in some places, it's already here.
The water is out into the street.
Between 2030 and 2050, new statistical models project that the rare, devastating floods that pummel coastlines every 50 or so years could strike cities including Vancouver, Seattle, San Francisco, and LA twice as often. In the tropics, the news is even worse. Places like Mumbai and the Marshall Islands could see a 25-fold increase in those massive floods. That's one every 2 years. That's because extreme floods depend on the unlucky combination of three things: the tide, which rises and falls according to the gravitational effects of the sun and moon; the waves, which can vary in size depending on where you are in the world and which atmospheric phenomena are occurring nearby; and storm surges, where low atmospheric pressures and powerful storm winds push waves to dangerous heights. When you add rising sea levels to the equation, those floods get even bigger, which makes typical floods spill over into extreme sizes more often. But here's some good news. There's actually a way to keep this Waterworld-like apocalypse from happening. To keep from living on a raft for the rest of our days, we need to address, you guessed it, climate change. Carbon dioxide and other heat-trapping gases are warming up the Earth, which obviously warms up the oceans too. Warmer water expands and takes up more space, a phenomenon called thermal expansion that contributes to some of the rising sea levels. The rest is from melting ice, like the water spilling off the ice sheets in Greenland and Antarctica, which are thawing at an alarming rate. Right now, the global sea level is slowly but surely creeping upwards a fraction of an inch each year. That may not seem like much, but it's enough that we're feeling the consequences of rising waters and eroding coastlines already. If we can stop our carbon emissions and possibly find a way to suck that CO2 out of the atmosphere, we could keep sea level rise at bay. If we don't, the oceans will rise even faster. By how much? Well, scientists are still figuring that out. Based on some estimates, we can probably expect oceans to rise between 4 and 8 inches by 2050 and between 1 and 7 feet by 2100. If that happens, we could see those dire flood predictions play out.